Hey, what's going on to all my Taurus out there? So let's get into it. So for you Taurus, you have the Page of Wands, the Five of Cups, the Hierophant. Make sure to watch this video all the way to the end, please. Don't be BSing. You have the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Six of Cups, the Four of Cups, the Lovers, the Hermit, and last but not least, you have the Ace of Wands. So the Hierophant also represents Taurus anyway. So the Hierophant, the High Priestess represent Taurus, right? Um, so what I'm seeing here for a lot of you Taurus bulls, right, is the Page of Wands, Five of Cups, the Hierophant. A lot of you Taurus knew that this relationship, this past relationships, a lot of you Taurus knew that a lot of the relationships just in general are BS today. It's trash. And a lot of you Taurus are, like I said, a lot of you Taurus are pretty much looking for the real thing. But a lot of you Taurus are evaluating the dating pool and you're seeing a lot of it is trash, which you are absolutely right. It is garbage. A lot of that stuff is trash. You got a lot of people who, can't get over, you got a lot of it. It's layered. It's many different layers, to be quite honest with you. It's not just one thing, it's layered. But you have a lot of people who are really dealing with certain systems of belief which are not actually true. But in reality, they have to reconfigure or they have to acclimate themselves to the reality of situations. And what you're seeing is people who are maladapted and who can't really live in the actuality of how things really work. So the Hierophant now represents Taurus, but the Hierophant is now about how a lot of you are really just kind of paying attention and more vigilant as to what is actually going on, because a lot of you Taurus are learning, right? So a lot of you Taurus are like, okay, how do I say this? Your perspective on how you see dating other people or getting to know other people is much different compared to how it was 5 months ago, right? 6 months ago, a year ago, because now a lot of you Taurus begin to understand, like, okay, it's not what it is that I think, right? It's not what you think. And I'm gonna go ahead and make the video talking about well, I gotta finish the Venus videos first, but then after that I'll talk about other aspects as well. But yeah, a lot of you Taurus are just very much so paying attention to what's going on, and a lot of you don't even understand the power of the metamorphosis that a lot of y'all are making. A lot of y'all are being unaffected by the games that people play because you're understanding more and more and more where they're coming from. A lot of that stuff is insecurity. Like I said before, it's multi-layered. So it's not just one particular thing. It's a whole group. It's a lot of different things that are layered on top of each other, right? So the things that the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Wands are about, kind of how, you one of the things that you're kind of paying attention to is it's really hard to explain in this reading, because a lot of you, the point that I'm trying to make here is a lot of you Taurus are not looking at it anymore from a perspective of being a victim, right? You're looking at it from a perspective of, now a lot of you are in control and you see what's going on. And a lot of you Taurus know, okay, this person is going to do this person is doing that, this person is trying to run game. A lot of y'all are aware of that now. You're even more aware when they're doing it, right? And you know the differences. And let me go ahead and let you know some of the differences between when a person is playing games and when a person is not. When a person is not playing games with you, they're direct about what they want. And they're unapologetic because they're being truthful about the situation and who they are. So they're very direct, right? And almost standoffish to a certain extent. You know, if somebody tells you, for instance, they have things to do, and they may not necessarily be telling you those things, right? But you give them a hard time, or somebody, not you in particular, but somebody gives them a hard time, Taurus. And those people are like, listen, I don't care. And it is what it is. And if you have such a problem with it, then dump me. Then more than likely you know that this is what it is, right? If you go through the person's phone and you don't see any kind of evidence of them cheating or any of that stuff, then 9 chances out of 10 this person was being very truthful. That's why they didn't apologize. It's because they already had the mentality of, I'm not going to apologize for being for not cheating, and I'm not going to apologize for being productive. A person who is playing games, they do a lot of cowardly stuff. They run, they run, they stay out of the way, they hide from you, they duck, they dodge. You can't get them on the phone. All this indirect stuff, while at the same time they only can talk to you from afar. That type of stuff, you know. They may send you a text every 15 minutes, an hour, and you're asking them, "Where are you? What's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, I got some stuff that I got to do." They could barely pick up the phone. That type of stuff, right? And a lot of you Taurus are more powerful now because just from that perspective and the ability to look at it now from that perspective, and for y'all to understand that no, this is what it is. You're right. This is what it is. The dating pool is not what I've been saying this a million times. The dating pool is what? It's not what you think it is. The people who are running games and doing all this silly stuff, those are people who have a lot of issues. Those are people who got dysfunctions to them. So the thing is that you can't be so caught off guard when people who are dysfunctional are dysfunctional. That's what they're dysfunctional people are going to do what dysfunctional people do. So the 6 of Cups now, the 6 of Cups and the 4 of Cups is all about how these people whom you were dating in the not so distant past or whatever, they want to come back because you got the 6 of Cups. They're coming back and trying to say what's up to you and all of that stuff. But a lot of you Taurus are not necessarily going for it. A lot of you Taurus are like, why? And that's the correct mentality to have, because a lot more of you Taurus are really, a lot of the zodiac signs from my page, period. Y'all are looking at it, y'all getting it, because a lot of y'all are understanding it from the perspective of, if it's not direct, if it's not in your face, if the person can't tell you that they like you and show you that they like you, if time can't pass by, if the relationship is running too quickly, where you just meet the person and then next week they trying to get, you know what I mean? They trying to have intimacy with you. All of that stuff is a red flag, right? It's a month in and they're already telling you that they're in love with you and all this stuff. Slow down. All of that stuff is a red flag, because they're trying to get they're trying to keep you distracted, because they're moving too quickly. And maybe they do love you. Maybe they are in love with you. But that's a crash course in crashing out. That's a crash course in burning out. That'll have you in a situation, Taurus, where it's moving too fast. You won't actually take the time to get to know them, because that's what it's a distraction from. It's good to be in love and all of that. You Taurus, you Taurus are the people who you Taurus are the lovers. It's good to be in love. All of that. I'm not saying that you can't be in love, but if they start doing all that stuff very quickly, it's to distract you from seeing that this is who they are. It's to distract you from observing them even more and understanding, yeah, I like you too, but you've got some stuff going on. You got some serious red flags that you need to fix. Because these problems, these red flags that you've got, that ain't gonna work. And then you have the lovers. The lovers is about, you realize that love with them, or just love in general, what people call love, is most of the time not what it is that people say it is. It's not cut out to what it's not always cracked up to what it's supposed to be. As I said before, I did a video, I did two videos talking about Venus in Aries, Venus in no, I did a Venus in Virgo, Venus in Scorpio. Those four zodiac signs, Venus in Virgo, Venus in Scorpio, Venus in Capricorn, Venus in Aries, those are Venus detrimented. But in Vedic, over here in tropical, but in Vedic astrology, which is Eastern astrology, that's actually the exaltation. Those four zodiac signs is actually the exaltation, because in the modern day context of what people think love is, it's not all what it's cracked up to be, right? It's not, because you have a lot of people who are essentially dysfunctional, broken, trying to fix, trying to manufacture or artificially create love when it's not even real. What you got is, you really got usury going on. People are using people, they don't love them, and they're not trying to see them strive and and become better, right? Excellent. They're using them for whatever it is that they could use them for, while trying to while trying to, I said K, trying to play keep away with their heart, right? The thing is that the heart is not really implemented into it. Then you have the lovers and the ace of wands. The lovers and the ace of wands is exactly what it is that you suspect this person of doing. This person hasn't necessarily really changed. It's just that they go out there and they start to see how seriously dysfunctional the dating world is, and now they want to bring themselves right back, right, trying to complain to you, talking about don't be like that, but they have issues of their own, Taurus, that they need to fix. And it's not your job, it's not your responsibility for you to actually have to deal with what these people got going on. It's not your responsibility. It's not. So let's clarify the lovers. So you have the Emperor. To clarify the lovers, we have the Emperor, the Seven of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Pentacles. So the Emperor is about you, Taurus, know you want the real thing. You know you want that, and you're still in search of that. And rightfully so. A lot of you Taurus are not giving up on searching for the real thing, as you shouldn't. But this is more so a situation for you Taurus, where you're clearing the forest. You're getting all of the you know what I mean? You're getting all of the different obstacles that's in the way out of the way. The Seven of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, that includes dysfunctional relationships. You're not dealing with it. You're not putting up with it, because a lot more of you Taurus understand, you have a better idea of your value. You understand that you need to be decent to yourself. You need to have self-respect, right? And a lot of you Taurus sacrifice that level of self-respect for love. That's not how it's supposed to work. And I'm saying this as a Virgo myself, right? Because Virgos are all about insecurities, and we go through times ourselves when we are younger, where we will tell ourselves directly that we do not love ourselves, but we love other people. And that's not how it is that it works, because you're going to attract, if that's the case, you're going to attract, and you have attracted, a lot of low lives. And a lot of you Taurus are starting to see that you've attracted a lot of low lives, and you're trying to do, well, not trying to, you're actually shaking the low lives off you like they're bugs, right? And you are essentially, getting up from the ground. And then you have the Six of Pentacles, right? It is about reciprocation. It is about reciprocation. It's not just about one person does everything in a relationship and then calls that being a grown up. Yeah, but what is the other person doing? Because it takes two. So what is that about? Oh, so this person essentially thinks that they can tell you that that's what being this real individual is about, while they kick their feet up and go on vacation and do nothing and save their money, and when they're ready to leave, right? Yeah, try to get you to get that far with them, and when they're ready to leave, they take everything they have and potentially some of yours too. Nah. Let's clarify the Six of Cups. Let's clarify the Six of Cups. If you like this video and it resonated, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I don't know why y'all haven't subscribed yet. It's free. Hit the like button too. So to clarify the Six of Cups, you have the Two of Wands, you have the High Priestess, you have the Ten of Swords, you have the Strength card. So this is a situation for a lot of you where what you want to do too is that you also want to understand that what you've got going on is um you have a situation that is going to be combative, right? Spiritually combative. These people, they haven't changed. So they still have a lot of that same dysfunction. They just think that they're trying to hide it better. The High Priestess, they are not, they have been paying attention to you for a while. They've been paying attention to your social media. They've been thinking about getting back together with you for some months now. And maybe 2 or 3 months, and before they even showed up. The ten of excuse me, the Ten of Swords, the Strength card, you're gonna have to learn to walk away from this, because if you don't, it's just the same thing that's going to happen. They're going to continue to play the same game because they haven't changed, they haven't learned, they haven't grown. There's no advancement that was made. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to get this channel to 3,000 subscribers. Right now, I'm on 2,800. Please keep hitting that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can get notified whenever I drop these videos. And stay tuned, because you never know what's coming next for my channel. I may do some giveaways. Peace.